Orthodontic department. Hi there, I'm your host, Jeff Kemp. I'll be with you for the next 20 minutes or so, showing you what goes on at the orthodontic department at the University of Illinois. I'll take you on a tour of what goes on in the clinic, some of the research that gets done here, and I'll show you what we do for fun in some of the times. The first thing I'll do is take you through the clinic, where I'll show you how we have learned through our knowledge of bioprogressive, tandem mechanics, and orthopedics, how we can take a skeletal pattern like this and turn it into a skeletal pattern more like this. It's in the clinic, in the orthodontic clinic, and the camera will be the eyes of various faculty members as they come up and we work on a patient.
Dr. Sackles, will you come over here for a sec?
Yes, Ken.
Martha here has been in treatment for 6 years. We've been detailing for the last 4 years. In the last 3 appointments, we've repositioned brackets. Maybe you'd like to take a look.
Okay, Kenny. Come over here with me. Come over here with me, please.
Okay.
Kenny, look, this case should have never been accepted in the first place. We really should have pushed no treatment in this case. What I want you to do now, though, is reposition all the brackets. Take them off. It's nobody's fault. Don't worry about it. It's not your fault. Take off all the brackets, reposition them one more time. I think this is going to work out better for the patient. We're going to end up with horrible root resorption if we don't end up treating this case as well as we can. We need to get out of this case soon, okay?
Okay.
By the way, Ken, I like your barrier technique. I see that you're following the SOP of the university.
Well, I try.
Dr. Sadowski, can you come over here a second?
Sure.
Dr. Sadowski, this is Martha. She's a Class 2 Div 1. She's been in treatment for about 20 months.
Yeah?
Right now, we're in the final detail stage, and I'm running bilateral Class 2 elastics. I wonder if you want to take a look.
Okay, let's take a look. Open up, sweetie. You know, your molar looks tipped distally there. Now, what's going on? It's the center of resistance is too high, so you have to change your headgear. Now, I think we should run Class 2 elastics on the left, vertical elastics right, and a box elastic in the front, okay?
Okay. All right, I'll do that now, Dr.
Okay.
Sadowski.
Now, wait a minute. Class 2 elastics right, verticals on the left, box elastics on the front. Change that, switch that around completely. Okay.
Okay. All right, I'll get that.
Nope. Is this an extraction case?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, I think it should have been. I think that we would have done a better service if we took out some teeth there, but it'll be good. Okay.
This way.
Now, wait. Are all you waiting for me?
Yes, we are.
One sec. How long have we been in this case?
20 months.
And I think that we should just continue mechanics the way it is.
Okay, so let's do the bilateral Class 2s.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Dr. Sadowski,
Yes.
I'd like to meet with you this afternoon to discuss a case.
Hang on. Let's see, what do I got here? Okay. We can do it.
Okay, I'll see you this afternoon. Thanks.
Just turn this.
No. Talking first, yeah.
Dr. Selke, take a look at a case for me.
Sure.
Martha, here's a case of yours.
She's give me a signature here first. There we go.
She's been in treatment for about 2 years. She's been treated with a quad helix, a utility arch, and of course a cervical headgear since today's Friday. And I just wondered what you think we ought to do next.
Let's see, how long did you leave the quad in?
Well, we had the quad in for a couple of years and took it out last appointment. You weren't here, so another instructor had me take it out. What do you think of the case?
Well, it doesn't look bad. You know what your first mistake is?
I took the quad out too early.
That's right. You should have left that quad in. I can't believe you guys. I go on a short 8-week vacation, I come back, and all the instructors have taken over my cases. Here's what I want you to do. Put in a quad helix, okay? Activate it. I don't care if she's overexpanded, and leave it in for 4 months. Hi, Dr. Schneider. This is Martha, and I just wanted you to take a look. She's been in treatment for just over 2 years now, and we've been detailing the last couple months. Today I thought I would take impressions for upper and lower holly retainers, and I just wanted you to take a look.
All right, now look. In your own office, you can do whatever kind of retainers you want. You can use those lower or removable retainers. But as long as you're in this clinic, you're going to use fixed retention. I want you to use a 4-to-4 banded retainer.
Okay.
And make sure you leave the brackets on the bands, all right? All right, let's take a look here. Okay, pick your head up, honey. All right. Well, you're not ready to get out of this case anyway. These incisors all need more distal root tip. You're going to be in here another 2 months. That's 2 visits at least.
Okay, I'll put some distal root tip in those incisors then.
Okay, the next section to talk about is research that gets done here at the department. Every orthodontic department that's worth its salt does some quality research. So we're going to start right away with Dr. Cleel's research that he's been doing. Dr. Cleel's been working on an expert system with a computer for the last couple of years, and he's had himself tucked away in his office quite a long time. Let's go in here into his office and check out how his expert system's doing here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to have to talk pretty loud because this expert system makes a lot of noise when it does its computing, but that's all right. Here it is right over here, and I'll show you how it works. We'll give it a little run through. What you do, you take your 7 study models, set them in on the top there, you just leave those there. You need a lateral step, put the lateral steps in. Always got to have a hand wrist film. Put the hand wrist film on the top, and then you just let it do its computing a little bit. Okay? So now we go to the other side and wait for the printout. Yeah, it works. It says right here, this patient has crooked teeth. So it's been documented. Okay, Dr. Sackles doesn't have as much to do with as the research as some of the other faculty do, and one of the reasons for that is he's in charge of the clinic. He makes sure we have enough supplies, make sure the clinic runs smoothly. But sometimes we don't always get the supplies that we need, or as many as we need, so what we do then is just come back here and help ourselves. Although he sure wouldn't want to know about this. And we just come into the room, open up, let's see what we got here today. Oh yeah, I love these night ties, PMA wires. What else you guys need? Here, take some of that. Get some of this going. Yep. Here, why don't we just start taking whole boxes out? Go with that. Here, you take this, and I think that should last us for about a week. And whoever's sitting next to Dr. Sackles out there right now might want to see if he needs some CPR, because this would make him a little nervous. The most important research that goes on around our department happens with Dr. Selke, and it happens right here at this establishment. What we like to do in here in Hawkeyes is to find out the incidence of malocclusion, people that sit at the bar. We usually come in at the end of every quarter and do this very research. Okay, this room that we're in now is a research laboratory. We have the latest and the best in scientific orthodontic research equipment up here. We have this gizmo here that does something. Over here we have this whole gadget. That does something else, we're not sure what. And this thing here does something too. No one knows, but it does something and we have it, so that's all important. Also what goes on here is some of the research that Dr. Sadowski and Dr. Schneider are doing. That's what these records that you're looking at now are. They're doing a longitudinal orthodontic study. They use these models over here too, and I'll tell you, this is one of the favorite things we like to do after class is to come up here and just do this once in a while. It's going to drive them nuts. So when you read about this project in the AJO in the future, you might want to read it with a little extra care. Okay, this is the student area here. This is where we do most of our lab work and such. And speaking of students, right now I'm going to introduce you to one of the student research projects that's going on.
Okay, I'd like to introduce you to some of the research that we're interested here in the department, especially Dr. Sadowski has been interested in this particular machine. The name of the machine is called the serial mathograph, and what this machine does is it records electrical activity of a patient's brain, and through the interpretation of that electrical activity, we're able to find out a lot of information about any individual that we happen to care about. And just as an example, we can look here at the screen and interpret this electrical activity of Grant's brain waves, and we can tell here that he actually lived in a previous life, and his name in that life was actually Gary, and he had a hobby of catching pigs in a ditch, which is a pretty interesting fact that we can determine from evaluating this particular line here. Now this is a delicate piece of machinery. Anytime we have to take extreme caution in the buttons we push. For example, if I happen to if I push this button there, as I just did, the previous electrical activity from the prior patient is transferred to Grant's brain activity. We can see here what's happened. Dr. Mole happened to be the previous patient that I recorded, and now Grant has Dr. Mole's brain activity.
Now, wait a minute, Cyril. The burden of proof in any research of a rat sarcomere length is directly associated with the reader. The researcher has no obligation to approve any of his research findings.